Alumni Leadership Day will happen virtually this year.
And with Thanksgiving approaching, KEHS reached out to students to find out what they love about this special holiday. Hello, and welcome to KEHS. I'm Turner Clark.
And I'm Henry Crane. Thanks for joining us on this edition of KnightVision News. This year marks the 6th annual Alumni Leadership Day at EHS, an informative event that brings seniors and EHS alums together in an environment full of information about careers in a variety of fields. Field reporter Tinley Kane brings us some insight as to how the event will take place during such difficult times.
Being held virtually this year, I got some insight from Advancement Coordinator Mrs. Ashley Long of what the day will entail and some seniors' expectations for the event.
I don't think it will have the same impact or effect as it typically would because, it's a little bit different to hit like a speak button and say like, hey, actually I have a question. And, it's kind of just makes it a little more like informal, less important, I think, than it was supposed to originally be. So I think that it's definitely a disadvantage.
For me personally, I'm a big people person, so it will be a bit different. I enjoy having the opportunity to talk to people in person. That being said, I feel like virtual will be a great platform for students of all backgrounds to be able to ask questions and learn about those careers. So I think the students will be more comfortable with it. I think really just a bigger appreciation for all the fields that there are in the world. I mean, I'm a very specific kind of person that knows what they want to do with their life, but I think there's a lot of students that don't know, and being able to hear from people who have those jobs, their own experiences, will really open my eyes and my fellow students' eyes to the real world.
It started 6 years ago when some of our alumni wanted to give back to our students, and a way that they thought that they could do that was by sharing their experience and sort of their journey from Episcopal to what they're doing now. And so we have the seniors fill out forms and select panels. They pick their top 3. We have 10 different panels this year. And then they get to go and hear from alumni, and alumni will share their stories about, sort of their journey from Episcopal to what they're doing now. We have arts and entertainment. We have banking, finance, and accounting. We have business and entrepreneurship. We have energy, oil and gas, and engineering it's one combined panel. We have law, marketing and communications and public relations, medicine and science, nonprofit and education, and real estate are the panels this year. So it will be fully virtual this year. So all of the panels we're going to do it through Teams, which the seniors, you guys are all familiar with. And our alumni will be joining. And so what kind of makes it different and kind of exciting is that we have alumni who have never been able to participate because they don't live in Houston and they couldn't make it on the day. So we have some alumni who are going to call in from Washington, D.C. We have one in Canada, one in Chicago, some in Austin and San Antonio. So we're really excited.
This is Tinley Kane reporting for KEHS.
Thanks, Tinley. I can't believe all of the amazing career paths that the seniors will discuss. I'm glad things worked out virtually for them. Midterms are coming up, and with these rigorous exams comes the need for study skills. Reporter Taliana Stoy spoke with teachers and students to find out ways to succeed in this academically challenging time period.
With midterms around the corner, students can see homework piling up and life can get stressful. That's why we talked to some students and teachers about how to study in a smarter and more efficient way. Geometry teacher Miss Owens told us how to study efficiently and best prepare for class.
A student who's willing to put time in outside of class, those are the most successful students, whether it's in tutorials or at home or even messaging their teachers on Teams, things like that. It just shows that they're putting the effort in. I also recommend rewriting important theorems and equations from the notes until you understand it. So rewriting it 2 or 3 times until it makes sense, and reworking homework problems too. The most important thing to do probably would be to breathe and take your time. Sounds kind of simple, but I think students start tests so nervous before they even look at it that they can't focus because they're too nervous. And I think if they just take their time, their brains will actually kick in and remember all the stuff that they studied.
We talked to sophomore student Bella Marquez about how she's coping with stress and best managing her time.
Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I just need to take like a 5-minute break, depending on what the stress is, you know. Just make sure you're organized, have like a plan, and don't let other things interfere with that plan. Just like make sure to actually do it and not let other things get in the way. And then studying with friends is always nice.
We know that life is getting stressful right now, but just remember, trying your best is all that matters.
Thanks for the report, Taliana. Those skills sound like they are worth a try. Dance is a great way for students to express their creativity at EHS. Putting her own two left feet to the test is my co-anchor, Turner Clark, and her report on the fall dance concert.
At Episcopal High School, dance helps students foster a love for movement and share that movement through performances. To showcase their performances, EHS holds 2 dance concerts annually, one choreographed by students and the other by visiting choreographers. I spoke with dance coordinator Ms. Christina Burgess about some of the challenges the upcoming fall dance concert faced due to the pandemic.
Well, the biggest difference is this year we are not on, well, we're on stage, but everything is being filmed. So we have some pieces that are in the Underwood Theater on stage and be performed kind of like a normal concert would, you would envision it, but other pieces are filmed on site. So you have some that are filmed in the parking garage, some in the baseball field, some in the seats on the Underwood Theater. So that's been quite a difference. COVID has changed a lot. For instance, for preseason this year, it was all virtual. So our guest choreographers weren't able to come and be with the students in person, but we were able to have them come and teach choreography virtually. So it was quite a challenge and quite different. I think one of the biggest ones for us was just the fact that because we're social distanced, we're not allowed to do partnering work or lifts, and it's fine, it's great. We still have to be creative and do our dancing however we would, but we kind of miss that.
I also got the chance to speak with Olive Martin on how she feels about the new format of the dance concert.
Because of COVID, the dance concert is pushed back, and we also have it pre-recorded, so it's not going to be in person. I personally didn't really like the changes of the dance concert because I normally like the format of a normal dance concert, and I also found it a lot harder to get stuff done, especially with a bunch of technical difficulties, and a bunch of people were also sent home to quarantine because of COVID.
This is Turner Clark reporting for KEHS News. As a dancer myself, I can't wait to see my friends perform. With the football season coming to a close, coaches and players are doing their best to prepare for the big rivalry game against the Falcons. Joining us with the inside scoop on the story is KEHS field reporter Lily Masterson.
This week is a very exciting week for the Episcopal community. We are preparing to play our rivals, Kincaid, this Friday in our last football game of the season. We spoke with Coach Leese and some football players to see how they're feeling about this game.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game this week with Kincaid. You know, it's always a great rivalry to end the year with, and you know, it's basically been a championship game. Unfortunately, it won't be a championship game atmosphere Friday night, but nevertheless, it's still Kincaid, and we look forward to playing.
Coach Leese then told us how the team looks this year.
You know, we look good right now. You know, we're healthy, and we're coming into this game in a good spot. And, you know, just kind of throw everything out the window, records and what you have. And, you know, I just feel real good about it. The way we're playing right now and the way the kids are hungry.
Then he told us how the lack of a student section will affect the team this Friday.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. You know, this game is really about communities, and it's really about the student body. And it's unfortunate that our, you know, the freshmen have never seen it before, and it's so much fun. the seniors wish they could go out watching this game, and unfortunately it can't happen, but it'll be live streamed, and hopefully we bring it to victory and then they can all celebrate it that way.
So this week we got Kincaid. It's going to be at their place. Really looking to take them down this year. Last 2 times we've played them, we've walked away with some victories, so hopefully we can make that 3 now. I just hope that we can go out there and stop them on defense and put some points up on offense, and at the end of the day have more points than they do.
Then Bo shared his opinion on having players out this week.
That's just, we faced adversity all year long with COVID and whatnot, and it's just, some more adversity.
Even though we can't go to the game on Friday, we can all still show our support by watching the live stream from our own homes. Reporting for KEHS News, I'm Lily Masterson.
Should be a great game. Everyone be sure to tune into the live link to watch the fireworks. Turning to winter sports and the start of the program season, let's get a sneak peek at what's to come this year for the Episcopal Knights boys basketball team and our own hardcourt wizard, reporter Jake Giesler.
I sat down with Coach Jones and Senior Will Turlington to talk about upcoming expectations for the Knights men's basketball team and to talk about how COVID's going to affect their 2020 season.
We can expect what our expectations always are, to be the best that we can possibly be. Every year that we've been here, that has been our motto, and that's not going to change. We're going to go out and, we're going to work hard in practices. We're going to play hard in games, and whatever happens, happens. That's kind of what our expectations have been. We're going to give the best that we can do, and whatever happens is the end result. Because we don't look at success at the end of the day as wins and losses. We look at success as how we play and the growth that we've had going throughout the season. It's a new group. So anytime you lose 3 guys like that, that's huge. Having 3 Division I basketball players is a blessing, and they're even better individuals off the court than they are on. So the leadership, the intangibles, those type of things we will miss, but we're gonna have some other guys step up. On the court, we'll never be able to replace some of the things that they've done and what they have done in the past, but we're also looking at what we can do in the future because everyone brings something different. Those 3 guys are incredible human beings. To sit back and replace them, no, but to have and start a new lineage, yes, and that's kind of the way we're looking at it. It's going to be a new normal. We're going to have to adjust. One of the things that we've talked about in practice every day is, these hurdles that we're going to go through with COVID is going to help us have growth. It's going to help us have growth as individuals, help us have growth as a team, and help us have growth as we move forward in life. So it's going to be different. We don't know what every day holds. We don't know what the health department is going to say. We don't know if we're going to have, a player or a coach come down with it, and, with contract tracing, we don't know what other schools. It's an unknown, and but we're going to go out and control the controllables, and that's us, and we're going to do the best that we possibly can.
I expect our team to compete very well in SBC like we do every year. And I'm expecting a lot. We got some key players returning, even though we lost a lot of talent. I expect us to compete at a high level in SBC. Obviously, all 3 of those guys are pretty irreplaceable, but we still are returning a lot of pieces, and we have a lot of incoming talent from the freshman and sophomore level. So it's already affected us by we cannot have any tournaments. We cannot play in any tournaments this year. They've already announced, and obviously wearing masks while playing is going to be an issue that will, affect everybody. But we should be able to handle it.
Thanks for the great insight, and I can't wait to watch the Knights dominate the court this year. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Here's Caroline Roots with some EHS Knights students discussing their favorite traditions, food, and plans for the holiday.
I'm Caroline Roots, and today we're going to be interviewing some of the students on their family traditions for Thanksgiving and favorite parts.
We interview students what their families are doing for Thanksgiving and what they're eating.
I eat lots of pie with my family.
I get to go hunting with my family.
Every year we go to California.
It's fun.
I'm going to my uncle's lake house and we're all gonna eat turkey.
Definitely stuffing.
Thanksgiving, I am going to New Orleans with all of my family and my cousins, Madeline, Aunt Louise, and Catherine, and I'm very excited.
Thank you for watching and happy Thanksgiving.
Well, that's all we have this week on KnightVision News. I'm Turner Clark.
And I'm Henry Crane. From all of us at KEHS News, thank you for joining us. And go Knights!